I welcome our chief guest, IAS Shri Kashav Chandra, Chief Secretary of Andaman and Nicobar Administration and other dignitaries for the evening. This is Nancy Sharma, your host for the evening, and I really thank everyone for coming tonight.
मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ टूरिज़्म और अंडमान एसोसिएशन ऑफ टूर ऑपरेटर के कोलैबोरेशन में एक रोड शो का आयोजन अंडमान में किया गया, जिसका उद्घाटन टीएसजी होटल में अंडमान निकोबार द्वीप समूह के चीफ सेक्रेटरी श्री केशव चंद्रा जी ने किया। इस रोड शो का मेन उद्देश्य जो है यहाँ के अंडमान टूरिज़्म को प्रमोट करना है। इसके साथ ही केशव चंद्रा जी यहाँ के जितने भी लोकल ट्रैवल एजेंट्स हैं उनका भी स्टॉल रहा, जिनसे उन्होंने इंटरैक्शन किया। केशव चंद्रा जी के साथ साथ मोहन विनोद जी और मोहम्मद जैडविट जी ने भी जो भी बाहर से लोग आए हुए थे, गेस्ट थे, उन सभी का स्वागत सत्कार किया और अंडमान टूरिज़्म को बढ़ाने की बात की।
Good evening, one and all. I take this moment to welcome Sri Kashav Chandra ji, IAS, Chief Secretary Andaman Nicobar Administration, Secretary Tourism, Deputy Commissioner South Andaman, Director Tourism, Assistant Director India Tourism, Sri Mohammed Jadwat from IATO, Surendra ji from ACCI, and a big welcome to all the delegates who flew all the way from all parts of the country to take part in the first road show being conducted in our islands to promote brand Andaman. This could not have happened, sir, without the support of administration, stakeholders, everyone. We have taken a small initiative with the support of India Tourism, Ministry of Tourism, Andaman Nicobar Administration and all stakeholders. So we'd like to see the beauty of Andamans, to see the properties of Andaman in the 3 days you will be visiting, staying in these islands. So once again, I welcome all my friends, stakeholders who have come, and all the media people from the islands, from the mainland, and the bloggers and all. I hope you all will be a brand ambassador to promote brand Andaman through this show. Thank you very much. Looking forward for a good show. Thank you.
Now I request Shri Mohammed Jadwat, Chapter CEO, Chairman, IATO, to join us on the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our late Prime Minister, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, said that tourism is one of the biggest peace movement in the world, and he could have not been more right about it. At the outset, my warm welcome, not to the chief guest, but because he is from our islands, first to the people from outside the islands who have taken time out to come here in this road show. My compliments to ATO led by Vinod for having initiated such a show and to get all these people in from various parts of the country to see our islands. The Chief Secretary has been kind enough to honor us with his presence, and which shows that the administration and the Government of India is behind all the initiatives being taken by the government and by the local administration to promote tourism, as tourism remains one of the biggest potential industries in these islands. Just for the information of the people here, closer to these islands we have a province of Phuket, which is part of Thailand, and Langkawi, which is a province of Malaysia. They are hardly about 450 to 600 miles from our islands. Phuket gets 9 million tourists in a year. Similarly, Langkawi gets about 5 to 6 million tourists in a year. Against this, we are hardly at 500,000. So the potential and the prospects are huge, and a road show of this type basically is trying to showcase the potentials of the island, because we have everything which a Phuket or a Langkawi have. There is a tremendous potential, tremendous attraction, and we rely on people like you, travel agents, bloggers, and newspaper and travel writers to come here, write about the islands, not only domestically but internationally. Great initiative, and I compliment once again the organizers and hope we can make this into a continuous affair. Our vision probably is to have an Andaman travel mart in the years to come, where we can get the entire buyer and sellers to come into the islands with the support of the local administration and the Government of India, to showcase these islands and have a clear buyer-seller meet in the islands for the benefit of the trade. As we know, tourism is something which affects everybody, right from a small pawn shop right up to a big hotel here. So the benefits are huge. And with the Government of India's initiatives in building a critical infrastructure like the airport, which is going to be ready this year, where we could probably double or triple the flight arrivals, it's going to be a huge boom for the next 2 to 3 years, provided we are ready with the back-end infrastructure in terms of hotels, ferries, roads, ports, etc. I am sure with the Chief Secretary's presence here, I take this platform to highlight that, and I am sure the administration has planned out everything to enable us to meet the requirements of the increased flow which we are expecting.
IAS Shri Kashav Chandra, Chief Secretary of Andaman and Nicobar Administration, to address our audience. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Vinod, President Andaman Association of Tour Operators, Mohammad Jadvet, Chapter Co-Chairman, Indian Association of Tour Operators, and other representatives who have come from different parts of the country, my colleagues who are present here. First of all, I extend you very warm welcome, all those who have come here for the first time, and all those who have come earlier also. I extend you very, very warm welcome. This in fact, this single step will go a long way in promoting tourism in the country. In fact, I must apprise you, very recently Government of India had conducted a workshop exclusively for the promotion of tourism in the UT sectors, and all aspects were deliberated thoroughly. One thing which came out very strongly in that deliberation, and it was chaired by none other than Honorable Home Minister himself. One thing which came out very strongly in the presentation and the deliberation was how we can garner support of all tourist operators, because one of the factors which will promote tourism is that how can we extend the duration of the stay of a tourist who is coming in other parts of the country, and also introduce the areas which are unknown to him. And this is possible only when the tourist operators know about the potential of the place, know what this place can offer, because as rightly said by my previous speakers, that this place has amazing potential, some of which has not been explored as yet. The USP of Andaman and Nicobar is the pristine nature, which I don't think any other place in the world which has been major tourist attraction can offer. Somehow, by default itself, we have been able to preserve it in such a pristine way that majority of tourists who are coming here would love to see that. So that is one. And in that respect, this congregation and the road show would be really beneficial to the promotion of tourism in the entire archipelago. That is one. Second, that there cannot be any doubt that tourism is the basic mainstay of the economy, and it is going to be the basic mainstay of the economy of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We are virtually at the baseline, and there is a huge space which needs to be covered. And rightly said that this has the highest potential of generating employment and giving boost to the economy, with the incremental capital output ratio of almost 4.5, which is the highest among all the sectors. Any investment into 1 rupee of investment in tourism gets you more than 4.2 rupees to 4.5 rupees. This has been established throughout the world. So this is one sector which is going to get you highest amount of benefit. And with this kind of place where all the natural ingredients for the promotion are already available, the idea is that we come up with the right policy, we somehow bridge all the gaps which are already existing, and also get right people on board, that because working in isolation is not going to get us too far. There are operators who are familiar with the international tourists and domestic tourists who are coming and frequenting other parts of the nation. They are to be encouraged to be brought here. They are to be shown, they are to be told that what this place can offer you, and I'm quite sure that no other place in the country or internationally also can match the beauty and the pristine atmosphere that it has to offer. So that's, I know that there are gaps especially in the field of connectivity. So connectivity, as Mr. Jadvet has already highlighted, that Phuket hardly say 400 kilometers, 600 kilometers, yeah. Langkawi, all these places receive such a huge amount of tourists. But at the same time, we have so much to offer, we somehow do not get any. And one of the factors which defines this deficiency is air connectivity. And we are working towards that. This is one of the goals. I am in direct touch with the Secretary of Civil Aviation, and we are trying to somehow incentivize all the international operators, international airlines which is going to all these places, to at least have a hopping flight. So once the hopping flight materializes, it will not only going to help the tourism sector but all other sectors also, and we are working in the fisheries and other sectors also. But this is our main goal and main challenge. And I know that there are basic infrastructure requirements, and those requirements we are working towards yacht tourism. Many yacht operators and yacht owners, they used to come earlier, I was told. So we have come up with a policy of yacht marina. Very soon we'll probably have a yacht marina also, and probably will be going to be the first in the country. And with that kind of infrastructure, I'm quite sure that we will be able to attract high value tourists here in Andamans. Similarly, one area where I can think of is such an amazing archipelago. It has almost 836 islands, and most of it has to offer so much. Still, we do not have any cruise tourism coming, and probably some gaps are there. I'm quite sure the experts are able to identify those gaps and what are the problems and how to bridge those gaps and how to attract all these international cruises or Indian cruises operating in these islands, so that the areas wherever it goes, wherever it touches, the people can benefit, other operators can benefit. So these are the areas we are constantly working. In fact, we have a group of experts, the local experts who are actually working in the field, hotel owners, tourist operators, all those who have been working in the field for years together. We sit together, we try and chalk out a plan that how this plan can be implemented and how we can actually take a leapfrog from where we are working at present in the sector, and very soon where we can reach. I mean, I must assure you that within say 15 or 20 days, so many things that we have chalked out, most of things has already been covered, and we try and manage our beaches as beautiful as possible. And some of you, if you get a chance, please go and visit. Most of you must have visited also. Ours is one of the finest beaches in the country, not country but internationally also. I'm not talking about Radhanagar. Radhanagar obviously is one of the most established beaches. It is a blue flag beach. But there are other beaches which are probably better than Radhanagar beach. And I'm saying it with all kinds of confidence because I've seen all those beaches. And so there's an immense possibility, immense potential. The only thing which needs to be done is to go with the conviction that this place has much to offer, and this place can offer, and this place can actually boost tourism to a greater heights. Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm quite sure that this workshop will go a long way in promoting tourism, and probably from next year we're going to have a better organization and larger organization in which other stakeholders from other parts of the country are also present, and hope that next time we are also able to invite some of the international operators so that we can expose our archipelago to the international audience also. I am told that there's some bloggers have also come, and that really excites me because with their presence, the potential of the place is highlighted to different fora, and which would be a great benefit to the place. Thank you very much for inviting me here. Thank you.